Many years back, an idea came to my mind, and I kind of chewed on it, meditated on it, thought on it for a while. And the more I thought about it, the more true it rang in resonance in my heart and mind. And I think today it's even more true, although it's historically human true if you study through anthropology. There is no worse enemy than a best friend gone bad, because they know all your secrets. Let me repeat that. There is no worse enemy than a best friend gone bad, because they know all your secrets.
Welcome to Leading Leaders Podcast. 5-minute videos, 5 days a week.
I'm Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast, and my challenge for you today is to think about the stories that you tell. And when I say stories, I don't mean the monologue, the soliloquy, the soap opera, the novella. As you know, when I talk about story, I'm talking about the things that we reveal in very short increments of time, 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, when we tell a story about a particular incident. But we know now that stories have a deep revealing power. In fact, in 90 seconds, you can build know, like, and trust, or you can utterly destroy it. You can build a long-term relationship, or you can betray one in 90 seconds or less. So my question is, how well do you consider the things that you say in casual conversation about those people who are closest to you? You know, your friends and your family. It's real easy, believe it or not, to say something that you might think of as just gee whiz kind of information that, well, they did this kind of thing and ha 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 ha, we laughed about it at the time. But you don't realize that in their professional career or in the political circles that they run in, that what you just revealed is completely undermining. It might be a betrayal of them. It may be something they shared with you in confidence and you didn't think it was that big a deal because you don't realize how big a deal it could be. It may be something that you saw, heard, or experienced in your relationship with your spouse or an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend or a former employee or a former employer or a former coworker. Maybe someone who confided in you and you just felt like what they said was funny and so you repeated it somewhere else. See, we forget sometimes that it's not just the circle of people that you know. In fact, there's a great book, I haven't finished reading it, but it's called 6 Degrees of Separation, that basically says everybody on earth is connected within about 6 degrees of relationship, meaning within 5 or 6 of the people that I know, there's somebody you know. Now, for those of you watching my social media, there's a high probability that we already know each other anyway, and that because of that, the people that I know you already know because we're connected like that. But see, there's a reality as well that within those connections, they know people that you don't know they know. And they know people that you know and that know you, but you don't know they know. Not trying to be confusing. What I'm trying to point out is that when you tell a story about a friend, when you mention in casual conversation or in passing that they did such and such on this date, you may have just unknowingly, unwittingly destroyed an alibi for an event that could have been pretty significant in their life. Or maybe you just revealed a secret about them that they didn't want anybody to know, that they thought they were trusting you with in confidence. But see, the more intimate relationships, the husband-wife relationships, the brother-sister relationships, those relationships where you know a lot of secrets that have been caught and observed more than spoken out. Things that you know about their nature, their tendency, their bad habits. The habits that maybe they're not even aware they have, so they've never addressed them. See, those are the kinds of things that you might casually say in passing and mention a name, and somebody's like, oh, well, I know who that is, and I never knew that about them, and so I'm going to check into that. And then they do a little investigation through social media or Twitter accounts or TikTok or Snapchat, and suddenly they know more about this person, and it cost them a job, or it cost them a relationship, or it cost them an opportunity to make a lot of money, or to build a new friendship. And see, those are the things that are dishonoring. Now, here's the sad part. It's commonplace, believe it or not, for people to do things like self-promote. And when I say self-promote, I mean maybe there's two guys that have been hanging out together for a while, and then a lady interest comes along, and maybe she hasn't decided which one she likes, and so one intentionally, verbally throws the other guy under the bus. Well, you wouldn't believe he does X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm much better in this way because, and really what they're trying to do is win the affection of that individual. Employees do the same thing. Employees will throw each other under the bus hoping that they'll win favor with their leader or win favor with their employer. If it's two people, even two friends fighting for a job, they'll throw each other under the bus verbally in order to gain the upper hand and get the job. Let me tell you something. Most leaders, most hiring managers, and some even love interests are both mature and wise enough to see right through that. And when you start throwing other people under the bus, what they don't hear is how much better you are than the other person. What they do hear is your lack of loyalty. What they don't hear is, wow, I didn't know all those negative things about person A. What they do hear is, wow, person B can't be trusted with your deepest, darkest secrets. So let me ask you again. What is the story you tell about those people that are closest to you? Is it self-promoting for your own interest? Is it casual and unkept, meaning you're just liable to say anything? Or is it something that you would honor them with, that in saying it, you lift them up, you build them up, you bring honor to them, even if it's to your own disadvantage? Trust me when I say doing the right thing, saying the right thing, helping others, promoting others when it's deserved, will always be seen better by the outside person than trying to throw them under the bus to make yourself look better. The story that you tell about those that you care about in casual conversation tells the other person more about you than the person that you're telling the stories about. Just keep that in mind in your casual conversations. I'm Loren Norris for Leading Leaders Podcast on Tell All You Get Is TV. Have a blessed day.
Subscribe now for our extensive video library of leadership lessons promoting faith, family, and freedom.